All right, so I've been using the Samsung Galaxy S24, yes, the regular S24, for a while now, and I have quite a bit of thoughts to share on this device. I waited quite a bit to actually share my review of this phone. I've reviewed the S24 Ultra, I've reviewed the S24 Plus, but I've been using this S24, and I absolutely love the build, the design, the smaller form factor. It just fits well in the hand, it fits great in the pockets. It's a great device on the go, and it has to be one of my favorite Android devices in a long time. Speaking of the build, many say it's reminiscent of the iPhone 15 Pro, and I'd say they're absolutely right. It's very similar. The display, even in broad daylight, it looks pretty solid. Watching content on here has been immersive, even though it is a much smaller display than that of the S24 Plus and S24 Ultra, of course. It's an excellent display with symmetrical bezels, and the overall display is very vibrant. I haven't had any issues in terms of consuming media on here, especially with the speaker system here. I have to say the speakers are very immersive as well, and they sound excellent. They're not tinny or anything. The clarity just overall is stellar. This is the main Android that I've carried with me for quite a few months now. The main Android that's also just lived in my pocket and has been on the go with me, and I've absolutely loved using it. The fingerprint sensor on the front is super fast. It's consistently smooth. I haven't had a single issue unlocking the device. I've used the face unlock, but for me personally, I just prefer the fingerprint unlock, and as you can see here, it works very well. Now, in terms of performance, of course, this is backed by Snapdragon's latest, so it absolutely flies through anything you throw at it. And the 120 hertz refresh rate here on the display, as you can see, is incredibly smooth. It's buttery smooth without issues, without lag, and it's excellent through anything I've thrown at it. Even in the summer heat, on the go, wirelessly charging in the car, I haven't had any instances of this overheating either. It stays cool to the touch regardless of the environment that it's in. Samsung's done a phenomenal job of addressing updates, and I've received a handful of updates as I've used this device over the last few months. I haven't reviewed this device because, again, I wanted to put it through its paces, and the more I used it, the more I tended to like it. So I wanted to continue to use it to see if there were any potential issues that would really stand out. But honestly, I haven't really found many issues with this device, and I've enjoyed using it. Even battery has been stellar here. I easily get about 2 days. It charges really quickly. It has wired charging, wireless charging, and reverse wireless charging. So there's plenty of options there, but with the wired charging, it charges pretty fast. And from a battery standpoint, it's easily lasting me about 2 full days of usage. Now, in terms of cameras, you would think that I would miss the cameras from the S24 Ultra, and the S24 Plus has a similar setup as this S24, but the S24 overall has a really solid camera setup, and I haven't found myself missing any of the camera features that are on the S24 Ultra personally. So for me, I couldn't justify that price point. I really like the photos that I get from the S24 here. As you can see, in various lighting conditions, portrait mode, etc., all of the photos tend to look pretty good in all lighting conditions. Even in low light, I was actually pleasantly surprised using the cameras here on this device. Video is also great. This video here was shot on the S24, so whether you're a content creator or you're just looking to get great videos for friends and share great moments, you'll be able to capture all of those moments easily with the Samsung Galaxy S24. All right, so overall, I know I've rambled on a lot about the different features, the different specs here with the S24, but again, all in all, this has to be my favorite Android device so far here in 2024. Using this phone, I've just been pleasantly surprised throughout the entire experience. I love the build, I love the design, I love the camera experience, I love all of the features that are packed here in the S24. You even have DeX in this tiny phone. It's great. It's just amazing, I think, what Samsung's done here with the regular S24. There's a lot of value here, and I know this is truly the most underrated, I think, smartphone out of all of the smartphones, especially in Samsung's own lineup. Many people gravitate towards the Plus, or maybe they go the S24 Ultra, or Fold, or Flip. But I have to say, check out the regular S24. There's a ton of value packed into this device, and throughout my usage over the last few months, I've been at a loss for words. To be honest, it's taken me quite some time to review this one. As I mentioned, I've reviewed the S24 Plus, the S24 Ultra. Those thoughts were pretty quick. that came to mind pretty quickly throughout my use. But the S24, I've had to spend more time with it to either find issues with it, and then eventually I found I was just carrying this device every day with other Samsung accessories in their ecosystem, and I just have personally loved this device. But of course, as always, let me know your thoughts on the Galaxy S24. Did you pick one up? Are you using one now? What are your thoughts? As always, thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe.